Today I want to talk about the concept of a job. Where did we get this concept of working from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, taking the weekends off? I mean, seriously, where did we get this idea from? Hey, think about early America when people were, tending the farms and, I think about this in the early days. Let's go from 1776 to like 1913. You wake up in the morning, you boil a pot of water, you make some coffee, your wife comes out and fillets some fish for you. You clean your shotgun, you take a brush to the dog. I mean, you understand where I'm going with this? You're not going to Walmart. You're not punching a clock. So this whole idea of working employment 9 to 5 job, it's a modern concept, but it's not, in my opinion, it's not an American concept. It's kind of like dating. You ever heard about dating? Dating came along to change courting, if you knew what courting was. Anyway, just some thoughts on my mind regarding a job. Businesses start up for reasons, and one of the main reasons that a business starts up is because they want to control their time and their money. And the best thing to do in business is to control your time and your money. But as an employee, you can't do that. You can't just decide when you're going to leave, or when you're going to come to work, or when you're going to sit in a nice park like this down by the Mississippi River. Yeah. So that's what everybody has to deal with. I had to deal with it. I got my helmet hair here. I had to deal with it. When I ventured into this business arena, which is the home-based business arena, by the way. When I ventured into this arena, I was meeting people that were making as much money as I did in a year in like a couple of weeks. And, depending on how you feel about money, you might say to yourself they're doing something crooked. But most of them had just legitimate businesses that were set in the right marketplace, and they were rocking and rolling, and they were making a lot of money because of it. Think about any business. If you work hard enough and you got a good idea and you get enough backing and you get, what's a good example? The state fair here in Minnesota just ended. Why are people coming in droves and spending $20+ just to get in? What did Caesar say? Give them wine, women, and song. So I'm going to advocate for the home-based business sector, and I hope you're going to be willing to join me, because I know a lot of you are at work right now. And you might say to yourself, man, what's Dan doing out here having such a great time? Well, I'm having a good time. It's a beautiful day. You can see the city in the background here behind me. Let's see if I can get it for you here. It's a nice city skyline. We can go over here and show you down the river. Let's go ahead and show you down the river. Hey, this sure beats sitting in a cubicle, doesn't it, ladies and gentlemen? You could be on one of these houseboats. No property tax. Hey, that's a cool idea. No property tax. Because you're not on property, you're on the river. AbundanceTrainers.org is where you want to go. AbundanceTrainers.org. Go ahead and check that out, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to have to put in your email. We don't spam anybody. but you do have to put in your email because we like to collect information, not like the government. We just take your email for purposes of marketing. So yeah, go ahead and put your email in there, and you're going to go into what's called an email sequence. And that sequence is going to explain to you the inner workings of the home-based business, and especially you being involved in it online and really offline. This is a fun day. It's a beautiful afternoon. I love talking out here. Look at this. Look at this huge tree right here. You know? This is the yacht club's building. You know, but what I'd rather have is like a person sitting on this chair, not just somebody's bag that they left. Somebody sitting here, 3 people sitting here, 1 person sitting there, a couple people sitting here. Maybe you'd be ambitious enough to sit up on that top of that stump right there. You know, maybe you would be. What would we be doing? Well, we'd be strategizing business. We'd be talking about how to be more profitable. We'd be talking about deciphering the mysteries of laissez-faire capitalism. Wow. There's a scary word for most people. Laissez-faire. Now notice I didn't say lazy-faire. I said laissez-faire. Anyway, boy, this is actually a pretty beautiful. It looks like there's a lock here that I've never really seen. Anyway, I don't want to ramble too long. This is Dan coming to you from the Twin Cities. Abundance Trainers is my footprint, and abundancetrainers.org is your address. Check it out. I'll look forward to chatting with you. Go ahead and leave me a message. Go to my Facebook page. I'm not hiding, and neither should you, because this is a huge it's a huge internet opportunity, and it's a huge networking opportunity. And I don't mind online, but social media can be quite fickle. It's when you meet up here. You pull in here with your Lamborghinis and your Porsches. You get into this parking lot here and hang out, go inside the Minnesota Boat Club, back in behind me here. So that's how this goes. Are we working? Absolutely we are. We're coming up with business ideas and concepts, and it's just growing, It's the fun of it. When you have a corporation, you usually have to have minutes, and those minutes can be a half hour, an hour, and any of your designated spots that you choose to do it at. So, alrighty, well, we're running up on 8 minutes on this video, and I'm going to probably have to shave it down a bit, but I look forward to chatting with you folks. Reach out to me. I just turned 59, and if you want to help me celebrate my birthday, help me celebrate you. Let me celebrate you, because this is the time to celebrate, ladies and gentlemen. You have a great day.